playing great. Mike's done a terrific job with it. Losing Abramitas, and he struggled initially, and he's really going to play.
With them adding Connaughton in the lineup now, it gives him another shooter. Is that what makes it particularly difficult to match up with? They've got 4 guys that can shoot a 3.
They got about 10. But, I think Mike's done a good job of playing the guy who has a hot hand that day. They've got their constants, and then the one position they kind of. Whoever's making shots that day gets more time.
Guard play, are they a little bit quicker than they normally are?
Atkins is quick. But I don't know. I think their point guard play's been pretty good. It's hard to argue with what he's been the least player of the year in the league. Atkins he's got really good quicks.
Coach, how much is Cooley, does he remind you of all of Karen Godey? Does he play like Karen Godey?
No. Luke can step out and make shots. Cooley will step out to 15 and make shots, but he couldn't stretch it the way Karen Godey did. But he does a great job in the post. I think he may be as good a post player. He does a great job with his body, and they really pass the ball. I think it's one thing post guys to do a pretty good job, get open. It's another thing to hit them when they are open, throw it away from the defense, hit them at the right time, and they do a great job of that.
What's the difference between a player like Rucker being hot and not being hot? First half, second half, look at it.
I think everybody goes through it. There's days where everything's online and maybe you just don't get it up quite enough, or maybe you get a little bit extra pressure. I think guys in this league do a great job of making guys shoot a little quicker than maybe they want to, or maybe throw a little higher to get it over an outstretched arm. But a lot of it just comes down to. Trump's worked that way. It's not like he hasn't put the time in. He's put a lot of time in work.
You can't know in advance, can you? Well, the guy has a good shoot around on Friday or whatever. That's going to carry over in any way.
Generally. When he shot the ball well in practice, he shot it pretty well in the game. He had a stretch where he didn't make any in practice either, and then you get frustrated. You get frustrated, and you start overthinking things. I think that's the biggest thing that happens. When you're really shooting the ball, you don't think about it. You just turn it loose. Excuse me. That sounded good.
With Dennis's performance, obviously he is getting consistent production. What did you see that was different, that came together, so to speak?
Well, we really worked hard with him scoring through contact. Dennis has scored the ball before, and it really hasn't really been through contact. It's been that hook, which is still a viable weapon for him. But he's done a much better job scoring the ball through contact.
Coach, if he starts playing like that consistently, not that you're probably expecting to go out and score 20 every game, but if he's giving you that kind of play consistently, it's different. Is this a new team all of a sudden?
Been a new team all year. I think a lot of that is Truck made some shots too. They can't sit back in his lap. It makes it so much harder for them to sit back on, and that certainly helps them. We start to make some shots, which we have at times. If we start making some shots, it makes it. Then he gets one-on-one. And really, since he started to score through contact better, people were just walking up under him, and he got bumped a little bit. He could the ball up over the rim. We worked really hard with him on taking the contact and getting the ball over the rim.
Bobby, you're talking about Truck and how sometimes what happened tonight. Kevin's looking to be at least 9 games per right now, 20 points. Hardly anybody's averaging. I'm not sure. Can you put that in perspective? I know he's a consistent guy, but no one's scoring 20 a game and he's always in the row.
Yeah, I think I can put it in perspective. He's taken 375 shots on the year. I think that's what it is. 105 of them are offensive rebounds, which means really he's taken 270 shots out of offense. The other 150 shots came out of rebounding the ball. And when you rebound the ball that consistently, and you rebound that ball consistently offensively, you're going to score. Particularly when you finish around the rim the way he does.
Throughout his career, he's been a double-figure scorer, but he hadn't been a 20-point scorer. Is it just the role he's playing now that's made that difference?
Well, I mean, obviously his sophomore year, I mean, when he was open, we wanted him to shoot it, but he wasn't the focal point that he was. And then I think a year ago, everybody said you got to really pick up the slack, and he pressed. And I don't think he's doing that now. I think he's very content to take what's there. You know, if it's not there, he doesn't take it. And he continues to rebound the ball. I mean, the one constant with KJ is he has rebounded the ball.
Did he take bad shots on there? He's not making shots.
I think when you press, you don't make shots. I think he did. I mean, everybody said this is your team. You got to take over. He's not Nation. He's not Joe Alexander. God Almighty. Hey, Andy, tell one of those guys to get me a water. You know, everybody, they couldn't do what Joe did, and Joe couldn't do what they did, and neither one of them really are doing what KJ's doing. So, you know, I think the hardest thing sometimes that's the first productive thing you've done in a month.
That was good. You got that on film, I hope.
I think the guys that are successful in this game are guys who understand who they are, what they do. They play to their strengths, and they don't do things that they're not capable of doing.